G'day and welcome back to Nighthawk Gaming. Today we're having a look at Company of Heroes 3 on the PS5. Just released a couple of days ago, the first time we've seen a Company of Heroes game on the consoles itself. And we've played through the first intro section, tutorials type thing that it throws you into straight away. So we'll jump in and have a bit of a look at this and see how well it does translate over to the console. So it is a RTS real-time strategy game. The series itself goes back 15 odd years, I suppose, with generally on a PC. So we've got two campaigns: the Italian campaign, North African operation, or the skirmish, which you can just sort of set up a match, sort of free-for-all, I guess, outside of that. So there's your difficulty settings there, so standard, hard, very hard, or expert. So we'll just start off with standard to get us going. Yeah, a long time since I played this one because not the biggest PC gamer anymore. I did play the original one back when it was released in the mid-2000s. And quite enjoyed it. It's quite
Dear Maggie,
graphically quite
it's
good.
been a while, I know. Sorry, I've never been as good with words as you. I just finished up 5 months in North Africa. Didn't see a single German all the while I was there. We were training mostly, lots of marching up and down, cleaning boots, getting yelled at. Reminded me of Fort Riley. No one knew where we were going to end up, of course, just that we needed to be ready. One of the Brits, Roy, got me some chocolate. We'd be heading to Italy. General Buckram arrived a couple weeks back. Seems like a decent guy. Very confident, I guess you'd call it. He doesn't like the Brit General Norton, though. They're like oil and water. Buckram's mood got worse every time he talked to him, and we bore the brunt of it. Nearly wore my fingers to the bone cleaning my damn rifle. Roy got his chocolate a couple weeks back. We're off to Sicily. Was glad to be away from the heat. Not so glad to be wandering around the Mediterranean hoping the German subs wouldn't find us. We all breathed a sigh of relief when they announced we were finally headed to dry land. Captain McKay's here. Gives me some confidence that at least one person knows what he's doing. Well, I guess it's nearly time to leave, so I'd better go find somewhere to sit. Try to write more, if I can. Love always, Joe.
Move! 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 All right, we've got to clear this beach before the rest of the troops can come ashore. We've got support on our flanks, but we need to take out those guns or they'll tear our ships apart. Godspeed, men! We've got troops pinned down by that HMG. Pull them out of there, now! We're pinned down!
Thanks, Corporal. Those defenses are tougher than they look.
Get out of here! Fall back! These fuckers keep coming!
So you've got sort of, it's Company Heroes a little bit different in terms of an RTS. It's not your standard sort of build a base. Yes, you can have some aspects of that, but there's also it's a lot of sort of skirmish battles, as you can see here. In terms of one of the good things about this is you can push the X button on the PlayStation and you can see that blue square that comes up that allows you to select a whole bunch of units, which, you know, generally that's how you sort of do it. If you were doing it with the mouse and keyboard, you'd select your whole bunch of units there and This is what you sort of look at, is you can see in front of you got the sandbag, so you've got to get yourself into a sort of cover area. And it gives you a bit more capability in terms of surviving, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. It allows you to have cover. You can see the orange gives you southern cover, but not quite the level that you really need. And green's right out in the open, so that's not really where you want to be. I have to move up because you can see that the enemy above you is going to have some sort of cover behind there that we're not necessarily going to have, but we do have that unit with the flamethrowers giving us a fair bit of coverage there. Guns.
That's the first gun dealt with. Just one more to go.
And the other thing you can do is you can open up left trigger the command wheel. That gives you some of your commands there, but that'll also reinforce your lost enemies, I guess, is probably the best way. Oh, sorry, your lost crews. If you sort of start taking too many casualties as you're working through it. So we can see here, we'll get ourselves up behind that little... Again, that flamethrower was working a treat there, it's taken out.
That's all the guns down. Krauts are retreating. Let's get an HQ set up.
Right, men. Now, the beach is secure and we have a headquarters. You'll need to push up into the town. Crowd forces are going to be dug in deep, so expect heavy resistance. The town square is the key. You capture that, and Jet is ours. Airborne troops are on the way. Things will get a bit easier when they get here. Try to stay in one piece until they arrive. The locals are doing what they can to fight back. Your main goal is the town square. All right. Good luck, men.
Right. We've got a base of operations set up on the beach, but we still need to take the town and clear out the enemy forces.
So there's sort of your base there.
Your first time under fire. Just remember why we're here, and you'll do fine.
This is sort of command post there, so that's where you can scout squads, engineer squads.
Now the beach is secure. We've been able to bring in some new equipment. Time to put it to good use.
What? Miss out on all this? Sun, sand, shrapnel, fucking paradise.
So it looks like we've got 3 there, plus this one here. Bazooka squad, so it doesn't look...
Scout squad is ready and able.
Scouts ready to make a move. Let's move out.
All right, boys, orders.
like we can train anymore at the moment, so we're just going to have to go with what we've got. And we're just finishing off that engineer squad, which can come in handy because it can allow you to take over enemy encampments or areas. So I'll have a look where we want to go to start off. So you can see that's obviously enemy lines there, but you can't see sort of where they're set up other than what's on that bottom map down on the left hand side. So let's just start making our way up here. In terms of the control scheme, how does it play out in terms of using this as opposed to a keyboard and mouse? It doesn't, you know, clearly the keyboard and mouse is a better option, and they don't have that option for the PlayStation 5, but how does the control work? As a I guess they've sort of simplified, I guess, some of the control schemes
Let's get to it.
in terms of the way it's set up and how you can control. As I mentioned earlier, you hold down X and you can select all your squads there, so that certainly does make it a bit easier to select all units that you want to do, and then as you sort of move it over, you can see that on the button attached to square, or the action attached to square, then gives you that option of moving or attacking the enemy. So it's sort of contextually based, I guess. Let's do a couple over here that we're going to take care of. So there's only a couple left. We might just sort of scoot round the side and grab them, which we've managed to do. And then you can see we've got that area there that we're now taking over. You can set that up as a sort of forward base type thing once it's captured. I can see something on the map there, but can't see it on the screen. So we've got that now. We are now just about captured.
Area's ours.
There, so what you can do here is I think I've selected the tank. There we go. So you can convert that to an aid post, which will allow you to reinforce your units.
Patch up the
Right. That's the
And we'll do
aid
that
post
there.
constructed. We can reinforce and heal from there now. That should make our advance a little easier.
So that's your active, and then your active retreat point. So if you push triangle, that will retreat to your nearest retreat point and allow your guys then to heal. So where's the next section here that we want to sort of get to as we swivel the map around? I reckon we sort of want to go head on as to where you can. There's that I was looking for there, so I don't know if we can get ourselves into this point where that tank's going to be able to get through there. I don't know. Well, there you go. It's just got to run over the wall. You can see up the top there the unit strength of the enemy combatants, I guess you call them.
Enemy infantry! Hold it! Infantry! Watch the Panzer force! Ground infantry! No!
Try and take those ones out
Stay low!
while they're out in the open. And once we're in here, we can start capturing that command post. So the further, it looks like by the further you get into the map, the more of these you sort of make your way along as you're going.
Get to work.
And as long as you're in that circle, so you can get the supplies there as well.
Clear the way. Armor moving through. Stand clear, boys. All right. You made your point. About time you boys got
So that sets us up as a medium fuel point. Now we might work our way. You can see that's sort of where we want to get. Oh, we might just shortcut our way over there. Because that's sort of the edge of the map there. So if we shortcut our way through here to that next point.
Island way, boys.
can see all the way in there, so that's the area that we need to eventually capture out. Oh, ourselves up. Take this one out with our tank, hopefully. Load him up. The more you have in there, the quicker I think it takes, or less time it takes for you to take over that area. So let's have a look. We've got another area up there. Almost got this one while we're doing that one. We'll start getting some of these supplies as well.
Make it happen, fellas. All right, let's move like we got the here. Grab that weapon. Let him pass.
Stand aside! Let him through! Need some recon, sir? Heading to new coordinates.
Get on it, fellas.
Wide load coming through.
Enemy HMG up ahead.
We can't stay here, boys. Come on.
Let's get it done, boys.
Get it done! Cut him down!
God damn it! If it's not one thing, it's another.
Yeah, so they're retreating. I'll go across here because we've got some support coming in. They've only retreated to there, so we might move ourselves out of that line of fire there.
Quickly now.
Get ourselves out of there before we get too many casualties. And again, sort of we're out in the open, which doesn't help.
Jump to it, boys. Don't miss. Secure that force. Come on.
So territory taken there. And what's this one?
What is it?
Oh, there you go, artillery barrage. So I'll just hold that for the time being
Look sharp, fellas. We're up.
and see what our best move forward is here.
Engineers looking for trouble.
Get on it, fellas. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Moving to new destination.
You heard the boss. Come on.
You're going down.
Can you want to try and get them out while they're out in the open, I guess. A little bit easier for you.
Pass me some ammo! Anything you got!
Use that barrage now. Select location. Start that artillery barrage.
They're looking for targets in the open. Head to the location. Sniper! He's in that tower. We need to take him out now. Sniper! There, we got him all right.
I guess he's up there somewhere. Let's
Enemy
take that tank
HMG
out.
up ahead.
Rifleman down. No survivors.
So our squad there has been taken out, which is...
Lost the scout squad.
And the scout squad's gone.
Engineers
Where
squad
they
has
up
been
and get in?
killed.
The sniper out there. He's up there.
We've lost a squad of riflemen in the front.
So we have a tank left there.
Sniper's down. Keep an eye out for more of them.
Now orders are orders. Sherman on the move. Back up, back up, back up. Heads up, we got the all clear. Oh, we're there.
Now, given that we've lost all of our guys there, if we go back to, sorry, I'm going to skew if on where the base is. There we go. So if we go there, not that there, command wheel, one there, our bazooka squad, and a engineer squad. So we'll get those cracking.
Riflemen are ready.
We're up, boys. U.S. Riflemen here. Come on, let's get this show on the road.
Bazooka squad is equipped and ready.
Says we gotta move.
Got another,
Engineers on the
there's no
field.
upgrades we can do there.
Engineers here, sir.
Rifleman squad deployed.
Helmets on.
We're locked in. All right, boys. Advance and stay alert.
And we're back
Boys
up to
are waiting.
where we need to be, so let's push our way back up to here.
Orders in. Get to it.
So I'm gonna grab that on our way up. To where our tank is.
Formation tight. Make it happen, fellas. Let's advance. Round up the men and let's get to it.
So overall, I mean, it's
Behind.
because you're not
Get on it, fellas.
sitting there relying on, you know, building massive bases and construction in that sort of
Shake it up.
area, at least in the initial sort of sections of it. Because you're not doing any of that, it actually is quite easy to control, so you're not missing out on having that map and so the mouse and keyboard as you're sort of working way across the map. It is honestly, in a lot of respects, quite easy to control.
Round up the men and let's get
And
to it.
you know, you can zoom in and out with the left stick, move the map around. Right stick moves the map, moves your cursor around.
New guys up front and center.
Think you can handle that, Private?
All ass.
So it is
Let's get it done, boys.
quite enjoyable. And you can see, you know, graphically it's actually pretty good. You can zoom in there and sort of see that as well. Take these ones out on our way.
Working on it. Keep moving. Conserve your goddamn ammo.
Christ, don't they ever run out of ammo? MG-42 is toast.
Get those out, so let's get back over here. Team up with our tank there.
Give us something to do. All right, let's move like we got a purpose. The word's coming down. All right, boys, advance and stay alert. Orders loud and clear.
Given that we've taken out that sniper, hopefully it'll make it a bit easier this time.
All right, you made your point. Time's over. Let's move out. Get on it, fellas. Get your gear ready. Move out. Let's get it done, boys. Let's give them hell.
Uncle Sam's got work for you.
Take that one out. I've got them retreating out there. Fighting.
Let's make them holler.
So I can shut it from here, so I'll take that building out.
Hold this position. into the square. We have the town square. Jayla is ours. There's still a long way to go before we take Sicily, but it's a good start. Well done.
So there you go, victory there in the first sort of main campaign out of Italy. So overall, Company of Heroes 3 on the PlayStation 5 looks pretty good. That's the first thing that you probably did notice. And how does it play? As I mentioned several times with the controller, I reckon it performs pretty well overall. If you don't have access to a PC and you like these type of real-time strategy games, even without the keyboard and mouse that some of the PS5 games do and do have, this isn't one of them, but control scheme works pretty well. I think overall it's pretty good conversion over from a PC game to a console game. So after the first 30 minutes, the first campaign, has it piqued my interest enough to keep playing? Most certainly. Really enjoying it, really enjoying the fact that you can get a real-time strategy game on a console, which, let's be honest, there isn't a lot of them, and a lot of the ones that do come across aren't of, I guess, they aren't fantastic. They're not the best going around, but this certainly does fit the bill. So that'll do us for the first 30 minutes of Company of Heroes 3 on the PlayStation 5. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the rest of the channel, have a look at what else we've got there. And if you've got the time and you hit the like and the subscribe button, you can keep up to date with the more videos that we're popping out. And if you've got any questions about how it plays, jump into the comments. Otherwise, that'll be it for another first 30-minute Let's Play on Nighthawk Gaming. Thanks for watching.